Well, hello everybody. I just want to let everybody know that I'm just feeling better. I'm healing. It wasn't easy, but I'm starting to walk better again. My toe was still swollen, but feeling a little bit better. Apparently, I sprung it. So I am healing. I am recovering. Yesterday, I miscalculated. I was trying to cross a highway, and I was trying to get to an in-between spot in the highway to get back home on my e-bike. And I thought the car was, well, how can I say? The cars were a little bit more further down than I, but they got too close, and either I hit the minivan or the minivan hit me. Either way, I kind of fell down from my bike. My karate training, putting your hands down, protect your vitals, helped me a lot. I'm fine. I was in pain, especially with my legs, and I basically sprung my big toe on one of my feet, and it's still healing because I sprung it. You know what I mean? So I just want to let everyone know I'm okay. I can walk a little bit more straight. That's what happens. I mean, we all take our risk out in the world. I'm just glad I'm not dead, because I'm kind of happy that it wasn't my time, and God, said God didn't, it wasn't my appointed time yet. God was with me on that one. Yeah. It's no big deal, though. I took it like a man. I went home after the ride. I got back on my bike. I rode back, and after that, I had a drink. Thank you, Charms, or I should call you Lucky. Okay. Thank you, Lucky. I'm okay now, and still a little sore, but that's to be expected. I didn't break my legs. I think I just basically, how do you call it? It's like the percut, I guess, falling down. No bones were broken, but some of the muscles were kind of strained, I guess, hitting the pavement. You know what I mean? Hitting the asphalt. You know what I mean? Thank God I took karate for 5 years, because I learned when I fall, they teach you how to fall in karate, where basically when you fall, you put your hands down like I did. You know what I mean? You put your hands down and you keep yourself lifted up so it protects your internal organs, so you don't fall on your ribs or your head. You know what I mean? I really genuinely do not know, Brian. Yes, I do. That's on my knees. I got some scrapes. They're healing pretty fast, though. Well, I don't think I have any concussions because my head didn't hit the pavement. And I was wearing a helmet, Nancy. You know what I mean? Like I said, I took karate for 6 years, and they teach you how to fall in karate. And the one thing they teach you is how to, when you fall, you have to basically put your hands on the ground, slap your hands down, keeping your protecting your head and your internal organs. You know. No, I was on a road. I was crossing a road, Nancy. Trying to get home. It was a highway. It was busy. And I thought the cars were further than they were. You know what I mean? They weren't. They were a little closer, and guy came to the side, and I don't know what's happened. If I hit him, either he hit me, but either way, I took the brunt of it. And by the grace of God, I didn't get too hurt, you know. Yeah, I have a few scrapes, Mrs. Hickok. I do. Well, I wouldn't call it cat-like reflex. It's training. My martial arts training kicked in. So yeah, I'm doing well. Check my mailbox now that I can feel better. Might check my mailbox. Now I'm feeling a little bit better. You know. Nancy, you could do that too if you take martial arts training. And yes, my bike didn't have any damage. Thank God, no visible damage that I can detect. Because I fell with the bike on the side. You know what I mean? No damage detected. He did. I let him know I'm okay. I'm a man. I can take it. I'm like, I'm a man. I could take it. You know what I mean? That's no problem. It's like that's not something I'm going to worry about. I took my lumps. I rode back, got back on my bike, and I rode back home. And then I had a drink. That's how I was raised. And so, yeah, not the worst thing that could happen. Just happy to be alive. Yeah, they were kind to me. I mean, the guy stopped, because you have to do it. And I waved him off, said I'm okay. You know what I mean? I sprained my big toe on one of my feet. The swelling is starting to go down. That was because I had to put my feet onto the ground, I guess, in the commotion. That happens, though. Nah, there was no dent in the car that I could see. It was a minivan. I guess it wasn't traveling. It was slowing down. but it was in my going into my direction, and I guess I couldn't stop. And he couldn't stop. I mean, even at a slow pace. So yeah, I'm doing okay. Ooh, I can walk again. Yeah. Okay. How you doing, backyard dispatcher? Ow, ow, ow. That's my toe. So true. Oh, so true. I got some slingshots. I haven't checked my mail today because, well, I feel like crap. Well, I'm glad you're good, man. Well, I'm happy I'm still alive. But make no mistake, from a Christian perspective, we all have our appointed time. If God wanted me to go, I would be gone. So all glory goes to God. Oh, nice. Can Vandal replace the bands for this one? And I like this slingshot. It's so comfortable. I got this from ECSD, from the East Coast Slingshot Tournament. You're so alive. I was on the highway. There's a highway I got to cross to see. There's okay, let me explain this. There's a highway, and I didn't go to the hospital, Mrs. Hickok. I just went back home. I rode back home and got back home and had a drink, and I guess like a man, like men do, And so, yeah. I like a vodka cocktail, like a soda and vodka, especially root beer vodka cocktail. I don't always drink, Mrs. Hickok, but when I choose to have a drink, a lot of times it's going to be root beer and vodka or ginger ale. In this case, ginger ale and vodka. A little bit of mixture of the cocktail, No, I didn't drink when I was on the road. I wouldn't do that. But I did have a drink after I got injured. So when I got back home, I'm gonna do that. Get some bath salts, sketchy. I have some. Like some creams and stuff like that. Some muscle creams and I got my painkillers, heavy duty kind. Like I got like 800 milligrams here of ibuprofen. Good stuff. I don't drink. I rarely, if ever, drink. But after almost dying, sometimes you want to drink. And when I was drunk, I said some things that were kind of embarrassing. So I did it on a live stream. Of course, Hawk. I love the tournament. I want to come back and win now that I know how it's set up. I was green. I didn't know anything about how it was set up. But I was just, but now that I do, yeah. Well, Mrs. Hickok, I only need one cup. One cup to get me wasted. I don't need a lot. I'm a lightweight. I don't know if he hit me or I hit him, backyard dispatcher. It was so fast. I don't really know. But either way, I took the brunt of it. Caitlin. Caitlin. Okay. Okay, Caitlin. Yes, and you can watch the footage. I got on a live stream and got hammered. It wasn't pretty. Yeah, I was riding. Oh, yes, Caitlin. And they were great sandwiches, by the way. Thank you. But, for me, I kind of laughed about it because I'm the type of guy who's been through so much. I just laugh in situations like this because I've been through it. It don't bother me as much. As long as I'm alive, I was like, at least I'm alive. So I was. The bike is good. The bike is still good. It's just that it was an error on my part when I was crossing the road. You know what I mean? I was judging the distance and I misjudged it, particularly the distance of the cars. Some guy pulled in through the part that I was trying to get over, and thank God I didn't get seriously hurt. Thank you, Mimi. Yeah, I know. Not at the current, Mimi. I'm fine, Gidgy. I'm recovering. I don't think I broke any bones. Thank God. A good rest. I got some good sleep, and that really helped me. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, took my lumps. Yeah. Oh, how you doing, Mimi? The wolf never leaves. All right, we got 13 views and only 6 likes. I think we can do better. Thumbs up, people. I got some news. Okay. The guy, the blacksmith that made that knife based on my design, he's not going to sell it to me. Sadly, I asked him. He's not going to sell it to me. Thank you, Mimi. He's not going to sell it to me. So I'm feeling better. I'm recovering. I'm doing what I have to do. Yes, you did. And no. Basically, he said that he does this for art pieces. Okay. He used to sell to people, but he doesn't do it anymore. So he said he wouldn't send me the knife. He made the knife, but he's not going to send it to me. So I'm not getting it. But yes, I can see my knees, Mimi. So he so I literally would pay money for that knife. But unfortunately, bruises. Well, I wouldn't. Oh, let's see. Ooh, I don't have any visible bruises. This lighting. Here we go. I don't know if you can see it. There's scars, but I don't have any visible bruises. Yes, the pavement is a cruel mistress. The asphalt. Thank you, Mimi. Well, I wouldn't say that, Nancy. He made the knife. It shows the knife can be made. I wish that he would have given it, at least, sold it to me. You know what I mean? But he didn't do that. But I'm glad that my design was actually made by. If he can do it, I probably can get it made again by another blacksmith. You know what I mean? He did credit me with the design, though. He credited me with the design. And that made all the difference. Well, he says he's not going to sell it. It's just an art piece for him. He doesn't sell anymore. No, he didn't do that. I don't think he did. No. Sketchy. Well, that's the fast healing rate that I got. Gidgy. Yes, well, more like werewolf here. More like werewolf healing powers, Mimi. Oh, you did, Brain Dead. There was no police involvement. Thank you, Mimi. I was drunk. Yeah, right, Brain Dead. There's no CCT out on the highway, you moron. Not the high I was on. Oh, yeah. Fast healing rates, you know? That doesn't work with me, Mimi. But you know what I do have? I have my Liberty Slingshot hat, Liberty Slingshot t-shirt. Let me show you. Nice. Look at that. No, brain dead. You're thinking about vampires. Yep, I'm matching. Thank you, Gidgy. Thank you. Lot that you don't know about werewolves, brain dead. Yeah, I will neither confirm or deny, Stinky. Yes, I was drunk enough to say that. I. Oh, boy. Oh, yeah. we got 15 views and like 9 likes. Thumbs up, people. Thumbs up. Well, yeah. How you doing, Andy? It was nice seeing you at the tournament. I was just telling the good people to fill you in. I got into a little bit of an accident on my e-bike. I don't know if I hit a car or if a car hit me, but I got hurt a little bit. But I'm recovering. I'm feeling better. Yes, Mimi, I did that. I was drunk. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Andy. God bless you. Hence is the words, Mimi. Ah, thank you, Mimi. Oh yeah, and you are an excellent slingshot shooter. You can do what I can't do. I can't do speed shooting, but you were doing it good. The only thing that stopped you was your equipment. I mean, but you had the skills. It's just your thin tubes kept breaking on your slingshot every time you were trying it. I think you would have won that competition if it wasn't for your equipment malfunctioning. I do believe. You know? Mm. Welcome, Andy. Welcome. Okay, this is my slingshot hand. Wow. Slingshot hand. I'm a warrior, Mimi. Hands. I got hands. Well, among other things, Mimi, yeah. Thank you, Andy. I'm gonna make some better shots in the next tournament, and I'm gonna be betterly prepared because I didn't realize how cold it was in Alberton. I had no idea. See, where in my area, it's a lot warmer. Um, we're getting 70, 80 degrees around this time of year. It's like, sure, Mimi, go ahead. Oh yeah, yeah, I think so. Common misconception about werewolves is that we no. Okay, werewolves tend to restrain themselves during full moon periods because of that. We don't usually take innocent lives. You realize that, right? The movies say a lot of bullshit. Yes, there are times when that happens, but most of the time we don't want to do that. And we take every precaution to prevent that. Vampires are aristocrats. They live in the cities and they're assholes. Stuck up, snobby bastards is what they are. Yeah, think of celebrities, but 10 times worse. You know? You think I'm going to tell you that? I'll put it this way. Some of the myths are kind of wrong, like the whole silver bullet thing. No, you can have regular bullets. It's just got to shoot like in the vitals. You know what I mean? If you shoot like here, we're just going to regenerate. If you shoot like shoulders, arms, we're going to quickly regenerate. You got to shoot in the vitals. That's all it really is. Yeah, regulars will do. But you better shoot in the head or the gut. You better aim for those places. Anything that's a shoulder shot or leg shot, well, you're done. We're a lot faster than humans. A lot faster. You know? Yeah. Well, you're a woman. You don't have strong arms. Yeah, you would need one, I would say. Mimi. No, you're not. I don't know why you would ask that and why you would say that. I personally prefer women to act like women. I'm not into that. Some men will like that, not me. You know what I mean? I'm into feminine women. I got news for you, ladies. Men do not like women who are loud and masculine. We just don't. You know what I mean? My perfect lady. Let me explain. Gidgy, I'll explain this to you. All right, I'll explain. Okay, my perfect woman would have to be a woman who's quiet. You know what I mean? Who listens to me and likes traditional gender roles. That's a long-term relationship. I would prefer a woman who is a quiet librarian over a woman who's loud and a party girl. You know what I mean? When it comes to long-term relationships. But there are women that men would love to have, lots of fun with, but would never think of a long-term relationship. The loud party girls are fun. They're just not. They're not wife material. You know what I mean? Not in the West, Mimi. Just not in the West. But I do like women who have traditional minded, and that's why I wanted to leave the West. Because I'm not. I'm not like into party scenes and stuff like that most of the time. So I want to get someone who's more like I like my women shy, quiet, um, uh, modest. Well, I'm not being rude to you. I'm just stating the fact, Mimi, that there are certain traits that that men don't like in women. Women don't like masculinity, like a masculine attitude in women. We don't like that. Most men don't like that. Men want peace when we come home. We want peace because we're already going out in the world protecting and providing for you. We don't want to come home and you're yelling at us. No, man. We don't want to do that. I'm just telling you, men want peace. Men prefer peace over a confrontational woman. I think the Bible says it's better to live in the wilderness than be with a than to basically be in a home with a confrontational woman. Yeah, maybe Mojo. Not all the time. I'll tell you that. I've seen. I would disagree, Mojo, on that one, because a lot of times women want drama. They want excitement. Men do not want that. I got news for you, ladies. Men do not want excitement in a relationship. No, no, no. We want peace. We want to come home to peacefulness. You know what I mean? Calm. We get enough excitement by being out in the world. We don't want excitement in our relationships. We just don't. I'm just giving you some insight into the male mind here. Take it or leave it. Really, really, Mimi, really. You're telling me. I just think it's an attitude problem, Mimi. A lot of times women will get upset over the littlest things. And I think there's a disconnect between men and women in modern society. I think that's a problem. But I think that men and women complement each other in the traditional sense. But I think that women have this attitude where they think they deserve the best of everything, the best men. I think social media has something to do with that. Like, don't get me wrong. There's levels of attractiveness. No, we were not meant to be equal because most women don't want to be equal to their man. They want a man that's better than them, that has more money than them, that is more successful than them. So no, we're not. Really, 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 Mimi. Isn't she married, Nancy? Anyway, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm just telling you how I see it as a man. This is why a lot of men go overseas to find wives, because women overseas are still traditional, they're still traditional women with traditional values. Yes, men do not like a mouthy woman. Okay, we don't. Okay, we just don't. And the thing is, here's what I'm going to say about all this. I think this is the equality ideas. I think this is the reason why there's such a disconnect between men and women is because of the ideas of equality. They just don't work. You know, men cannot be equals. Men and women can't be equals in a relationship. No, somebody has to lead the relationship. You know what I mean? You want men to take responsibility, but you don't want men to have authority. And authority without responsibility is slavery. Men don't want to be a part of that. Really, really, Mojo. Mm. Yes, well, you might be right about that because you want men you can control. You want a strong man, but you don't want to be under the authority of a man. You want a strong man that's better than you in every ways, that's a successful, high value man. But at the same time, you don't want that man telling you what to do. See, there's a problem there. A man who's got his shit together ain't going to tolerate lip. He's not going to tolerate crap. You know what I mean? Hate to break it to you. And of course, ladies, and there's this thing. There were studies done, and I go on scientific studies. Like there were several studies done on dating sites, and I'm gonna put this out here. And nothing. Okay, women will gravitate towards a small minority of men on these dating sites. Men that are like very good looking, very successful, and it was shown they only see these men as attractive. They're only 20% of the population. And the rest of the men, they do not see it as attractive. So, and basically you want to play with Chad and Tyrone and expect Gary to be waiting for you when you want to start a family. I don't think it works like that. And this is the reason why a lot of men go overseas and stuff like that, you know. Hey, and here's the thing. I'm not telling you this because I personally, it's like this. I mean, if you're mad at me for saying this, don't be. I'm just being honest. I'm on the spectrum. So if I'm on the spectrum, I'm honest. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to tell you bullshit. A lot of men will tell you what you want to hear. I'm not going to tell you that. I'm just saying from the male perspective is, and the reason why men, you know, a lot of times I'm happy being single. You know what I mean? Because I get to have peace. You know what I mean? I may not have nobody, but I have peace. You know what I mean? I have a peaceful home. I'm not like my brother who basically comes home to a combative woman. As the Bible says, it's better to basically live in the wilderness and then be with a combative woman. So in a lot of ways, and my brother says he envies me because of that. At least you got to have peace when you come home, brother. I know. Yeah. No, you're not all the same, Mimi, but a lot of you subscribe to a lot of feminist ideas. This idea of equality, the ideas that you're equal or better than men. A lot of you will say that, you know, and a lot of you have this, I don't need no man. Bullshit. You think we haven't heard that bullshit? Yeah, it really is. And you confuse the hell out of us. I mean, you say one thing, you do another. I mean, I grew up with this. I really like nice guys, but you ain't dating nice guys, are you? You're dating the bad boys. See, and the thing is the dishonesty that we don't like. You know what I mean? I would prefer you to be maybe Mojo. But I don't want to insult women, but I'm just telling you the perspective of a man. Men don't like a combative woman. We just don't. And we don't care about your money. We don't care about your status. We don't care about these things. These are things that you look for in a man. We don't care about your career. It's very much, let me explain it to you. It's like, do you really care if a man has a whole collection of Pokemon trading cards? I don't think so. That's how we see your career if you try to throw your career in our face. You know what I mean? We're like, we don't care about that. We don't care about, we would basically, if a girl was hot and she was living on the streets, we would take her in. You know? Really, Mimi. See, you say these things, but I don't always believe them. Okay? Really? I don't always believe what you're saying. Well, it depends on the woman, I'll say that. But when it comes to men, no, we don't like combative partners. I know that, Mimi. I know that. I'm speaking generalizations because they're generally true. There are women who aren't like that. But we live in a society that has absorbed a lot of feminist ideas. And I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't know. There was a time when I subscribed to some of these feminist ideas until I started to become a little bit more red pill. I started to basically see the truth for what it was. And yeah, a lot of times we're brainwashed to believe in these feminist ideas from day one, men and women. Okay, so I'm not putting on either both, but we're brainwashed to believe this shit. You know what I mean? We're brainwashed to believe some of these feminist ideas that just simply aren't really applicable or very truthful, and they don't work. You know what I mean? And I got out of that, the belief in equality, the belief that a lot of other ideas that have been ingrained in our society and in our heads from the television and the school system that really don't work. You know what I mean? Yeah, out in the wire. Yes, but but I really don't care out in the wire. I'm surprised. Be honest, you don't really care either. If she looks good, you'll date her regardless. You know what I mean? No, okay. I've had bad experiences, but I also had good experiences. I've met good women, I've met bad women. But I'm not talking about women. I'm talking about these feminist ideas. There are women and there are feminists. Okay? You know, these ideas are the problem. You know what I mean? And if I can tell you, and sometimes you're taught the wrong thing. And I'm telling you, ladies, that your career doesn't matter to men. It really doesn't. Don't try. Your money doesn't matter to us. That matters to you, but it doesn't matter to us. You know what I mean? Oh boy, out on the wire. I think you're simping. You're telling them what they want to hear. Same here. Same here. I have good women in my life. Don't get me wrong. But a lot of the women in my life embrace traditionalism. Yeah, and I realize I'm not exactly at this point economically viable for that kind of. Because 2 reasons. I haven't found anybody. Okay, I mean, I'm not exactly. I mean, I've had a few dates. I've had some girlfriends, but I haven't found anybody right now. And another reason is it's easy to be a single man in the West. It's really easy. I mean, it's like it's really peaceful, and I can do what I want. I can pursue my hobbies. I can spend my money how I want. Yeah, if I do fall in love, I will, Mojo. Well, then maybe that might be so out in the wire, but at the same time, out in the wire, it doesn't really matter to men because we're not wired for that. Okay, we're not wired. We're not wired to be attracted to money. Women are wired to be attracted to money. We're not. We're attracted to a woman's personality, a woman's appearance, and those are the 2 things that we're to do. I'm not even complaining about it, Mimi. It's just good chat conversation. Oh, you're one of those freaks, Cody. Good for you. I think that's a good thing to do, Mojo. Yeah, we're attracted to money, our money, out on the wire, making money for ourselves. We want resources for ourselves. Yes, we are attracted, but we're not attracted to a woman's money. Or woman's resources. We're not attracted to that. Out on the wire. See you, Nancy. Well, that's you, but you're not the majority of men. Sorry to hear that, right? All right, we got 15 views and 12 likes. I'm liking that. But I shouldn't be talking about this because it does offend a lot of women when I say it. Even though I'm not really being mean to them, you know. But there are some biological truths I'm really saying. That's you, but most men, if they got money, they would rather date a woman who works at Walmart if she looks good. Good for you. I'm not putting you all into one category, Mimi. What I'm saying, I speak in generalizations because they are generally true. There are exceptions to the rule, but it doesn't change the rule, Mimi. All right, Mimi. I'm not gonna get into an argument with you. But like, no, I'm not that freak. All right. I will say this. I dated a girlfriend who was deaf and she was Jewish. And it was awesome. I'll tell you why. Because she couldn't talk. And that was just awesome. She was deaf and she couldn't say nothing to me. Oh, that was so much. That was a good relationship too. Too bad it didn't last too long, but hey, it was nice. She couldn't talk, which was awesome. Yes, but not she not very well. I will tell that. Like she was like, yeah. Didn't hear that. Clap on, clap off, the clapper. Yes, it was a great relationship. I'll have to date another deaf girl because it's so good. I mounted so many of them. Um, she was one of the girls I mounted. Yeah, she had that deaf wow. I mean, I didn't care as long as she wasn't. So it was a great. Yeah. Well, I'm glad comedy's making a comeback. Kind of like a tongue. Wow. You know what I mean? She couldn't talk. I mean, it's like, yeah, it was okay. That's very funny out on the wire. She liked the fact that I was a tall guy. No, she didn't say my name, but she didn't say anything. She didn't. She didn't talk too much. There was very little, if any, arguments. Yeah, she did the sign language thing. Don't act like you wouldn't date a deaf girl because sometimes when you hear a woman talk too much, it can be a pain in the ass. Out on the wire. Don't a deaf girl is a perfect for me. I was just good to date because I didn't have to hear her talk. You know, it's like no. I was years before AI even was a thing, Mojo. That's true, Mimi. You probably wouldn't, but it was a lot of fun for me being a guy. And she was too. She was a chef. It was a lot easier than you think it is, Mimi, with the current technology. Thank you, Mojo. I got laid a lot. Good relationship, didn't last long, but it was okay. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, Hawk. To a certain extent, yes. We are two different people. The wolf is the beast in me. You know what I mean? Is that dark part of my nature that I repress, you could say. Um, we all have that part of ourselves that more, brave, No, I did not, Mimi. By the No, that didn't happen, Mimi. Yeah, you're right about that. Ain't that nice? I don't think I did. They knew I was drunk. Mimi. Sure. I don't even think I don't think from what I remember Hazel was going along with it. She was down with it. Okay. Yep. Yeah, Mojo. Exactly, exactly, Mimi. All right. Well, we did a lot of great things, didn't we? I got 13 likes. Um, just let everybody know I'm okay. I might. Thank you, Mimi. I just want everybody to know I'm okay. I'm healing up pretty good. Thank you, Mimi. I did. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I think that this stream has run its course. I think we did 2 hours. And sure, Mimi. Go ahead. No, Mimi. That's because, despite what people think, werewolves are an exclusive race. You know what I mean? No, Putty Cat. They can turn into what we call mutts, but not pure blood. Not basically a pure blooded werewolf. No, it isn't, Putty Cat. Minimal damage on the bike. I guess so, Mimi. I don't know. Werewolves don't donate blood. We just don't. We don't donate blood. Part of the rules. Yeah. Yeah, the fast healing rate is yeah, Mojo. We got that. But what, Mimi? All right. God bless you. All glory goes to God. Because werewolf blood isn't compatible with human blood that much. Yeah, it can heal. No, Mimi. Some things are rules based. Awesome, Mojo. All right. God bless you. All glory goes to God. It's a little over 2 hours. I want to say it's been a nice stream.